Hello, my name is Triveni Das. I'm the Managing Director of Awaken Life. If I've met you before, I'm so glad to be with you again. If I'm meeting you for the first time, it is an absolute pleasure. Thank you so much for taking this moment and to be with me here for a few minutes. I'm going to be sharing a recent conversation that I had with Her Holiness Sai Ma in the middle of the night that opened up a whole new aspect and era of Ma's work with all of us. So recently, in the middle of the night, I received this phone call. And I answered the phone, and Ma's voice came through. And the traditional greeting that Ma uses is Om JJ Sai Ma, which presences us to that divinity, that light, that divine feminine within you and within me. So there I am in my room in the middle of the night, and Ma calls, Om JJ Sai Ma. And immediately I can just feel my field and my brain opening and expanding as Ma is such a transmitter of frequency and of energy. Incredibly powerful, radiant being. So I reply back, Om JJ Sai Ma. And Ma begins to tell me that Ma just came out of Ma's meditation room. Ma calls it Ma's puja room, doing deep and energetic work with all of humanity. Now, one way to think about this is that the work that we've seen Ma do, that we do with Ma, such as the Global Unity Gathering, maybe it's a sacred fire ceremony, a yagya, maybe it's a global address or a webinar, an online event, an in-person event with Ma. That we can consider like the front of house work that we see, we're interacting with Ma, it's awesome. There's also another aspect of Ma's work that I would say is the greater aspect, meaning Ma spends more time and energy and focus on this aspect, that we might consider the back of the house aspect, where Ma is working with the consciousness of humanity to alleviate suffering, to transmute, to heal the wounds individually and collectively around scarcity, war, hatred, pain, suffering, and all of its expressions. So that with that then remove that natural expression of who we are as human beings, as divine beings of joy, of love, of light, of unity, of creativity, of passion can come forward. And Ma speaks about this as the shift of consciousness of humanity. And we're at this critical junction point right now. And Ma is one of those front runners on the avant-garde of helping usher us as a collective into a new state together. So Ma had been spending several days at this time. Ma spent sometimes hours, sometimes days, sometimes longer, in silence, in Ma's meditation room, doing this energetic work. And so Ma had just emerged from this work, and Ma was speaking to me, and on this call began to share what Ma was observing in doing this work. I like to think of it as Ma's energetic research. Ma is this energetic scientist exploring what's happening energetically with us and how can Ma best intervene and support to serve our evolution. And so what Ma spoke to me about was that Ma is noticing that there are stuck energies that Ma called memories embedded within our physicality, existing on our physical level. So in our bone marrow, on a molecular, on a cellular level, these energies are there that Ma spoke to that we're not aware of and we don't have access to. And as a result of these stuck or stagnated or heavy energies, it's causing us to age and have disease and be stagnated in certain things that perhaps we want to have more acceleration or growth. So if you ever have those areas of your life where you want something to happen, but maybe something's holding you back, part of it may be because of these stuck traumatic memories within our physicality. And Ma went on to say, Ma's seeing and experiencing, and this is a lot of places out there speaking about this right now as well, these cosmic rays. I think of them as high frequency rays or energies coming from the cosmos that are coming to planet Earth right now, that are kind of initiating or accelerating things to have a certain evolution take place. And what Ma was noticing in Ma's energetic research is as these rays are coming onto the planet, they're hitting these stuck memories, these stuck energies, causing them to break or shatter. And the physical and emotional and psychological consequences for people is quite extreme. Ma said Ma's seeing more and more strokes, heart attacks, psychological anxiety, difficulty sleeping, and more and more. And I'm sure that either you or someone you know has experienced this. I know there's many people in my life that are going through exactly what Ma spoke to, whether it's a stroke or difficulty sleeping or extreme anxiety or diseases that are just popping up out of nowhere. And so Ma sees this phenomenon happening, these cosmic rays coming in, these stuck energies, traumatic memories existing within our physicality, within our energy field. And Ma says, I am here, meaning Ma's here to serve, and Ma's ready to serve us to do this deep energetic healing work so that we can move through this transition with greater ease and greater joy, greater acceleration. And in my perspective, Ma is in a unique position to be able to offer this. Ma has this depth of experience, expertise in this energetic and healing domain, with a depth of energetic mastery that Ma not only can speak about it, but move the energy and heal the energy in a way that creates profound and life-altering for people. And I've seen this over the last 15 years in my work with Ma, where Ma will do deep and profound energy work with people and their entire lives are transformed. And I've seen that in myself. And if you met me when I met Ma 15 years ago, you would get to have a visual depiction of that transformation. And so Ma's saying Ma's here and ready to serve. And Ma kind of left it at that point of what's going to need to be created from there. And so what we've created is a new event called Deep Energetic Healing. The critical healing we need to thrive during these accelerated times. This is going to be a one-day event. It'll be from 10 a.m. till 3 p.m. Eastern Time. There may be a few short pauses throughout the day, and it's going to be intense. It's going to be full on. It's going to meet us where we are and go deep into this deep, deep energetic healing. Now, when the topic of price came up, it's very interesting because I know and I've seen that people pay literally thousands and thousands of dollars to spend a day with Ma, an hour with Ma, a few moments because of the depth and the results that Ma can achieve when it comes to energetic healing. And yet, Ma said, when it comes to pricing, Ma said, this is so important right now. I want as many people as possible to be able to do this work. Let's charge something like $108 to have that energetic exchange, which is so important in this type of work, but to make it within the grasp of as many people as we can. So we're only charging $108 for a day-long workshop with Sai Ma. The registration link and more details and all that are on the landing page. It's either a link to that in the email or on the landing page itself. And I want to invite you to join us, to give yourself that gift, to join Her Holiness Sai Ma in the deep energetic healing. You know, things are just getting more and more accelerated, more and more, we could say, crazy on the planet right now, on all levels of our society around the world. And if you're listening and watching and with me in this moment, I know you're someone that has some level of energetic sensitivity to that. We know that there's something more. We know that there's a more of a reason behind this chaos and the acceleration that's taking place. And so I invite you to dive in. And also, if there's someone or multiple people in your life that know could be really benefited by this, to invite them to join you. Let's have as many people as possible joining us for this deep energetic healing so we can create that global vortex for this healing that is so, so, so essential. If you say yes, I so look forward to being with you on this deep energetic healing with Her Holiness Sai Ma. Thank you for taking these few moments to be with me here now, and thank you for your part in the collective awakening of humanity that is happening now. I honor you, I honor that light, that divinity, and that presence within. Om Jai Jai Sai Ma.